So we're at Awatoto, just in behind me there. You've got the Ravensdown fertiliser works and such. So the spot that this is for rail, this is called Bridge 217. So what we've had happen here with the flood levels that have come up so high, it's taken out several of our rail spans, so we call them steel plate girders, SPGs. So it's taken out 5 of those. So obviously that shuts between Hastings and Napier. So this is the main issue, the major issue for getting rail back between Hastings and Napier. So there is no other rail link to Napier Port, to Napier. So we're aiming to try and get open as quick as possible because Napier Port wants us to open as quick as possible. Wakakotahi, the roading transport network, they want us open as quick as possible because there's a lot of pressure on the roading network. You can just see the amount of traffic on this bridge next to us. It's the same with the expressway. Yeah, this one's not weeks, this one's months. Don't know exactly how many months at the moment, but we're working on that. So we want it to be as quick as we can. Use the term in Kaikoura of ugly fast opening because we want to get open fast. We want to get freight back on the rail, back to Napier, and we're not so concerned about the architectural side of things. But in time we'll be coming back and we'll be getting it to the resilience and reliability level that we need. But first one.
The main rail freight link connecting Napier and Hastings will be out of action for at least another 6 months following Cyclone Gabrielle. The clean-up has begun, but workers still can't get access to much of the damage. Hawke's Bay reporter Henry McMullen has more.
Torn, twisted and freshly removed from a thick layer of silt. Rail workers tearing out sleepers and buckled steel tracks.
The rail just snapped in half, completely just snapped right through, just from the pressure of the water and everything else. Unbelievable.
Debris the flood dragged from a nearby road, now warping in the Hawke's Bay heat.
When I was out here last week, it was almost like a perfect sheet of asphalt draped across the railway.
Yeah, it's no longer as beautiful as it once was.
Most of the network will need to be rebuilt from scratch. The Napier to Wairua line the worst hit, with 150 damaged sites. Well, this is the only line connecting Hastings and Napier. Before the cyclone hit, around 350 containers a week used it, carrying goods like wine, canned food and paper. Now it's expected to be out for at least 6 months. The full scale of damage remains unknown. Workers still unable to access some sites.
So for cost of this, it's obviously in the millions. Is it in the tens of millions and stuff? Look, that's just too early to tell. We need to get out and have our people start to get the quantities of how big are these dropouts and number of culverts and such that need work.
Local businesses will take a hit on freight.
We're looking at millions, so this is a significant cost for Hawke's Bay and for freight and for product going between these two cities.
In the meantime, trucks will have to pick up the slack.
There's already a shortage of drivers in the trucking industry, and there will be more trucks and more people required to move this freight. The great thing about the trucking industry is that it often responds at a drop of a hat to these kind of challenges, and it's certainly doing so here.
Crews are working around the clock to restore this vital link as fast as possible.
I've worked in some pretty out there environments, but this one takes the cake, I think. Yeah, it's pretty buggered, mate.
The region now bracing for the full force of a broken rail network. Henry McMullen, One News.